देवाय
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
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 ॐ नमो भगवते सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतङ्गमय ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः Good afternoon, guten Tag. Oh, it's like summer. You're taking a lot of trouble traveling from long distances. How many of you come from more than 10 kilometers of distance? Please raise your hands. Yeah, good number. For various reasons, we have made life very complex. No animal has made life as complex as we humans have done. So we have created a giant economic engine. We all have become cogs now. We have to become cogs, no option. Cost of living has gone up like anything. And to survive in an urban space, you have to be on the run always. You have to work like an automaton. No time even to think for ourselves. An unfortunate state of affairs. In fact, we could have made life simpler, but we have made it complex. Yeah, it's a very big story. So today we shall learn something about concentration. I don't know whether I have touched this subject or not, because sometimes my memory gets confused. because something else I take up for spoken English students. So please see page number 35. There are some beautiful quotes on these pages about concentration and the importance of it and how to attain it. They're very fundamental and most important for everybody to achieve something great in life. The world is ready to give up its secrets if we only know how to give it the necessary blow. Did I cover this quote already? No. The strength and force of the blow come through concentration. There is no limit to the power of the human mind. The more concentrated it is, the more power is brought to bear on one point. That is the secret. And elsewhere, next page, Swamiji says, if I had to redo my education, what I would do is, first I would try to concentrate my mind and then I will collect facts at will. నేను మళ్ళీ విద్య నేర్చుకోవాల్సి వస్తే ముందు ఏం చేస్తానంటే ముందు ఏకాగ్రతను పెంచుకొని తర్వాత ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఎంత కావాలో అంత తీసుకుంటాను. ఫస్ట్ ఐ విల్ ట్రై టు పర్ఫెక్ట్ మై ఇన్స్ట్రుమెంట్. ఐ విల్ ట్రై టు ఫోకస్ ఆన్ మై ఓన్ మైండ్. ఐ విల్ ట్రైన్ ఇట్. ఐ విల్ నాట్ జస్ట్ keep picking up information. First thing should be done is this: how perfect an instrument I have got. To acquire any skill, to acquire any kind of knowledge, the medium is mind. The instrument that we have is mind. How perfect it is, how focused it is, how one-pointed it is, how concentrated it is, and that depends how quickly we will be able to acquire that skill. Today we are not focusing on it, but traditionally Indian Gurukulas, traditional schools, if you look at, what they would do is the boys, they would ask to meditate first, to concentrate on you. First control your mind, control your thoughts, and we should be able to focus at will. That's why actually yoga is basically like this. Everybody should become a yogi, or people would tell why. We also actually have concentration, not that we don't have concentration, Things when we do, when we do things that really care to do or love to do, concentration problem won't be there, right? ఇప్పుడు జర్మన్ నేర్చుకోవాలన్నా ఫ్రెంచ్ నేర్చుకోవాలంటే కాన్సన్ట్రేషన్ ప్రాబ్లం వస్తుంది. దిస్ ఇస్ నాట్ సంథింగ్ విచ్ వీ రియల్లీ లవ్ టు డూ, రైట్? దే ఆర్ కంపెల్డ్ టు డూ ఇన్ ద సెన్స్ బికాస్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు గెట్ ఎ గుడ్ జాబ్. ఫర్ దట్ ది స్కిల్ ఈజ్ రిక్వైర్డ్ ఆర్ యూస్ఫుల్. That's why you have to compel your mind, and that's why concentration problem comes. Let us say, not like, you are not doing like that. You are special, you are extraordinary, not like an ordinary kind. So you do work for the sake of work. You love to do whatever that you do. Let us say you are learning German or French here. So when you do that, if you are doing it for the sake of a job, then it's a compulsion. When you just actually enjoy the learning process itself, okay? You have no product in mind, results you are not looking for, what kind of job I will get, and also just enjoy the process itself, the learning itself. What it will bring to you, that is leave it secondary. If the process, if you enjoy, concentration problem won't be there. Also this 3 hour of class, it will run like 30-minute class. Otherwise, if you don't enjoy it, if you compel your mind, the 3 hour class would run like 3 days class. Okay, time is relative. So that's why the simplest technique to achieve focus and concentration is to do whatever you do in life with love. First thing. And in Buddhist parlance, they use one word. Today you are familiar with that whole world actually, they're talking about it. Mindfulness meditation, right? Have you heard mindfulness? The West is very popular, particularly in countries like America and Europe. Mindfulness meditation. What is mindfulness meditation? Whatever that you do in life, do it with full focus and attention. You involve yourself completely. Let us say you are taking your meal. You are totally involved in that. You don't think about anything else during that period. 100% you are there eating meal only. That alone you should do. That is called mindfulness. Similarly, you are doing some book reading, or you are doing something, mopping the floor, or sweeping the floor. You are totally involved in that. No other thought will come. You are not actually thinking about something else. Telugu we say paradhyanamga cheyatam, absent-mindedly doing things. The opposite of it is mindfulness. The opposite of doing things with absent-mindedness is the mindfulness. You are totally involved. How to do that? In that meditation, they say that you do totally, focus on that, whatever that you are doing. But it's not easy. That's why in our culture we say, whatever you do, don't consider something inferior or superior. Don't do anything under any compulsion. You are doing it actually out of free will, out of love. When you have love, everything actually you will be able to do with focus and attention. Then you will be able to acquire that skill quickly. The problem is, when we join here in the monastery, they give different kinds of work. Sometimes those who join, they will have some preconceived notions. I have come here to meditate. They are giving all these kinds of works. This is a low and inferior work. in our headquarters, Belur Math, first thing that they go to, you would be asked to chop vegetables, to cut vegetables. There was an incident, sometime long back happened. One new novice, newly joined brahmachari, he was asked to cut vegetables. He cut his finger. Then the monk came, the senior actually, who was supervising that work. He came and scolded him and told him, actually, you cut your finger because you thought this is an inferior work. So, because you thought it's an inferior work, without any attention and shraddha and involvement, you did that. Because of that, you cut your finger. And the monk actually did not show any pity or sympathy. Actually scolded him at that point of time. He was bleeding, but also received scolding. So because you know that, you consider it as inferior work. Suppose I ask you to do puja in the temple, you consider it's a sacred work. Cutting vegetables is an inferior work, right? Doing puja in the temple is a sacred work. The first lesson that we are taught here after entering the monastery is, every work that you do, whether it is puja in the temple or worship or singing bhajans or work in the garden, it is all the same, the worship to the Lord. Don't divide. Every work is sacred. When you have that kind of attitude, and you will be able to involve yourself completely. So, this learning German as French language is a sacred work that you are doing. You are doing out of your free will, and you will do it with love and with total involvement. Not expecting any results. Your mind is not on the outcome of the effort. Effort for the sake of effort, work for the sake of work, learning for the sake of learning, knowledge for the sake of knowledge. And you are going to do it with love. Thank you. Have a nice day.